Now, IVF, very hard for the woman, okay? Very expensive for the man. I don't think we talk about that enough. The financial trauma associated with it. $30,000 for a kid. Yeah, I started looking up human trafficking. Just to see. I'm a capitalist, I'm a free market guy. Turns out you can get a brand new Brazilian for $1,000. That's a new thing. Amazon Prime, from the Amazon. It don't get more Amazon than that. They yank them out of an acai bush, they're on your doorstep by the afternoon. I put them in the taquito machine, I got a white kid for dinner. I had the whole thing mapped out. Now, in America, and I'm pretty sure we're the only country that does this, there are some advantages with IVF. Because you fertilize the eggs outside the body, you know what gender the embryo is before you implant it. So technically, you could choose the gender of your baby, right? It's pretty fucking cool, no? I told my wife, I was like, listen, if you want to choose the gender, we can choose the gender, okay? I'm just letting you know now, whatever gender we choose is going to stay that one. They're not coming back here 15 years later. I identify as, I got paperwork. I don't give a fuck. I spent 30 grand on a boy. I'm getting a fucking boy. You want to be a girl? You owe me 30 grand. I'm not gonna steal it from me. I'll let you buy your freedom for 30 grand. You better go out there and get a fucking job. That's what you better do. I recommend getting a job as a man because women make 25% less. But listen, I hope you're ready. Now, IVF is very hard for the woman because you basically got to trick the female body into making way more eggs than they normally make. Women make how many eggs a month, miss? Somebody said 17. She said, I don't know. It's 1 egg a month, right? And this is why mansplaining exists. So, because if we didn't tell you things, you wouldn't know anything. You'd just be sitting around like, I should make a pie and put it on a Windows help. So you make 1 egg a month, and when that egg does not become a baby, it becomes your period. That's that blood that comes out of you every day. Just making sure. Okay. With IVF, you gotta trick the female body into making not 1 egg a month, like 20 or 30. How do you do that? Shots, or you could take them to NBA All-Star Weekend. You get these chicks around max contract players. It's a fucking Pez dispenser down there, right? No, you're right. Shots, 100%. You basically got to shoot the women up with the female hormones, estrogen and progesterone. You want to increase those levels inside the body. Those are the hormones that make women, right? Testosterone is what makes men men. So every morning I inject my wife, every evening I inject her, every morning I inject her, every evening I inject her. And I'm sure this is a coincidence, but the more woman juice I would inject in my wife, well, what do you think happened to her demeanor, if you could guess? You think she became real logical, or? Oh my God, you're so good at parking all of a sudden. How'd you get so good at parking? You think she went batshit fucking crazy? Option C, cunt. Thank God I had some testosterone left over, so anytime she got a little too wild, bang, I just hit her with a tee. Not enough to box for Algeria in the Olympics, just enough to just enough to calm her down. Where the fuck were you last night? Oh my God. I feel so rational. Do you want to hear a story with no unnecessary details? I was wrong. Anyway, do that for a few weeks. Then you gotta do what's called the retrieval, where they basically stick this vacuum tube up inside your wife, pop open the ovaries, suck all the eggs out. We did ours on Easter egg hunt, kind of far. And the only thing the dude has to do for the whole IVF experience is we just gotta jerk off. That's the only thing. A doctor calls you to schedule your jerk off. That was one of the most magnificent moments of my life. A medical professional called my cell phone and said, Mr. Schultz, we need the nut. I was like, where do you want it, Doc? He's like, I don't want to play this game. I go, that's fair. Fair reaction. He goes, We have an appointment on the hour, every hour from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. What time would you like? What time would you pick? 2 p.m. This guy's nasty, bro. 2 p.m. You walk in, the floor's a fly trap. There's cum graffitied all over the walls. Stalagmites dripping from the ceiling. The seat is sweaty. 2 p.m. He's still smiling and happy about it. This is disgusting. You don't even need lube. You're just like. I'm not like you. I said 8 a.m. First appointment, turn the AC down low. I'm making that a Peloton class, right? Now, tell me if I'm wrong to assume this. I assume, since I have an appointment for a time this specific and an act this intimate, that I'm going to be the only one scheduled. Is that a fair assumption? Pretty fair, because you wouldn't want there to be like 2 people in the waiting room. Right? That might be an awkward environment, both of us trying to avoid eye contact and warming our hands. I show up at 7:58 a.m. There are 25 guys. And every one of them thought they were going to be the only one there. And I know that because one guy's charging a fleshlight in the middle of the fucking waiting room. USB charger in the wall, fleshlight blinking. I thought it was a hookah. I thought we were going to like smoke and relax. One dude brought a small Asian woman. Genius. I didn't even know that was legal. To bring a ringer, a professional? Now, to be fair, it was his wife, but I didn't know that when I tried to go Dutch. I was like, let me get the left hand for 5 minutes, my boy. Just give me the non-dominant. I just need 5 minutes with that non-dominant. The mood in the waiting room, somber. It's halftime, we're down 40. It's bad. Okay, everybody got their head between their legs. Nurse walks in, same meatball nurse. Calls my name. I walk up, he sees me 10 feet away. He goes, SCHULZ! Here to drop off the Tyrones? I go, the Tyrones? He goes, yeah, they can't swim. This guy's 2 for 2 in my book, okay? Each one melts my soul, but he's 2 for 2. He goes, don't worry, SCHULZ, all you need is one. Hands me this clear plastic bag with all the jerk-off paraphernalia. It's got a cup, some cream, some paperwork. Points me in the direction of the jerk-off room, which I assume is right next to the waiting room. No, other side of the hospital. I gotta walk through the whole hospital with a clear beat-off bag. People are looking at me like I'm Cersei walking through King's Landing. Shame! 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 I'm feeling so uncomfortable, I start jogging. Now I just look really excited to whack off at the hospital.